of aircraft and missiles that are being put into the region, and that this has been going on for weeks, to the multiple bases that we have throughout the Middle East region. And some of them offset from the Middle East, too, because of the range that they can go to the target in. And obviously, we also have capability back in the United States, as we demonstrated very clearly during Midnight Hammer. The bombing runs were all made by aircraft from the United States Continental.
Democrats were celebrating when Border Czar Tom Homan announced a drawdown of federal agents in Minnesota. But White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt says that does not mean that immigration enforcement will end.
Operation Metro Surge in Minnesota has been a resounding success. It has resulted in the detention and deportation of more than 4,000 illegal alien criminals. Let me repeat, 4,000 illegal alien criminals just from Minnesota alone. And while the surge is coming to an end, immigration enforcement in Minnesota absolutely will not. 5 people are said to be arraigned in federal court for storming a church in Minneapolis during the anti-ICE riots, including the alleged ringleaders. Brooke Taylor has more from Minneapolis.
Those 5 people who were federally indicted, accused of storming this church with anti-ICE agitators, are going to be arraigned this afternoon. DHS says 3 of those people were the ringleaders, accusing them of planning the riot. Now they are charged with conspiracy to deprive rights, a federal crime. Well, last month, agitators shouted at churchgoers there in the middle of services. Protesters targeted this church because one of the pastors works for ICE. Former CNN anchor Don Lemon, who was live streaming, is also going to be arraigned today. He said he was covering this as a journalist, but prosecutors say he knowingly joined the mob.
There's a sign that inflation is cooling.
Price increases moderated in January. The consumer price index rose just 0.2% for the month and 2.4% on an annual basis. The numbers showed improvement and were below economists' predictions. Core CPI, excluding food and energy, rose 0.3% in January, and for the year it was up 2.5%. Inflation measured by the CPI peaked at 9.1% in June of 2022, which was the highest reading in nearly 41 years. Jenny Coselda, Fox News.
Many pro-life people want to help, but they don't know what to do. Chris Woodward went to experts for answers.
Carol Tobias of National Right to Life says that one of the top priorities would be to make sure people in your community know about pregnancy resource centers that help women through a difficult time.
Abortion is not the solution, and there are options, and there's a lot of support available.
Stephen Ertelt of Life News agrees. He says there are thousands of pregnancy centers across America that are helping moms, saving babies, bringing people to God, and building relationships with women.
I know there's tons of volunteer opportunities. There's tons of needs for staff and support. So look to your local pregnancy center. Get involved. It's a great way that you can actually help people right there in your neighborhood.
Tobias also recommends pro-life individuals keep talking about how dangerous abortion is.
The abortion pill is a topic, of concern in the country because so many women are using it, but so many women are damaged because of it.
During a recent press conference, Missouri Senator Josh Hawley said there are more abortions committed today in the U.S. than when Roe v. Wade was the law of the land. The reason? Chemical abortion drugs, the same drugs that the Ethics and Public Policy Center has warned women not to take. Here again is Carol Tobias.
So just keep educating and make sure that people in your community know what resources are available for women who want and need help.
I'm Chris Woodward.
There's more online at afn.net and the AFN mobile app. I'm Rusty Pugh.
AFA Action takes attacks on the family seriously. The enemies of the family constantly employ new tactics to try to sneak past our radar. They know if we stand together, their evil plans will fail. Your gift to AFA Action allows us to stay vigilant against their onslaught. And if you give this month, you'll receive access to the Cultural Institute video When Your Faith is Illegal by Frank Harbor on AFA Stream as our thanks. You can make your gift today at afaaction.net.
This is Trivia Friday. The number to call with your question or your answer to a question is 888-589-8840.
At the rate of inflation, what would the $6 million man be worth today?
That's a good question.
But the lady sent me the wrong shirt. The one I got had Huey, Dewey, and Louie on the front of it.
Is that true?
At least he didn't say, Larry, Moe, and Curly.
Yeah.
Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Trivia Friday, right here on American Family Radio. Thanks for joining us on this. Whoa.
Yes, it is.
February 13th, brother.
Friday the 13th.
I just now looked at my calendar. I didn't know what day it was.
I was walking down the hall right after I broke a mirror. I walked into this ladder and I looked at the calendar and I said, "Whoa, it is Friday the 13th." Then that black cat ran in front of me.
But what could go wrong, right?
All right, welcome everybody. I'm Tim Wildmon with Ed Vitagliano and JJ Jasper, and we're here for Trivia Friday, also known as
Learning University.
Learning University is on the air. We're going to ask 3 trivia questions each, and we're going to ask you to call in and answer one and ask one. How about that? So that's what we do every Friday here on American Family Radio. Dispense education.
Oh, yeah.
Across the fruity plain.
We're dispensing it.
We're dispensing it. And we got a lot going on. If you call in today, and JJ, tell them about the the
mystery question.
Yeah.
Yeah, these 3 each are original questions out of the original 9 questions. One is a mystery question.
It's a mystery question.
And if you happen to land on it, answer it correctly, you'll hear this sound. Ah, the beloved cowbell.
Beloved.
And that means you win yourself a really nice hardback book, 100 Bible questions and answers on prophecy and the end times. Our own Bert Harper and Alex McFarland. This is really nice. It's a hardback book.
Yes.
And that's what you'll win if you answer the mystery question.
Amen.
And things are not going especially well in the world, so you may want to get this book
now
sooner rather than later.
Right. Because you may, by the time it gets to you,
maybe the end times may be over.
Well, you never know.
Yeah,
you never know. What else we got going on here?
Well, listen. This is if you have not been on the air with us in the last 8 weeks, today could be your day. Here's the number to call.
So 8 weeks.
8 weeks.
But if you haven't been on the air with us in 8 weeks, you're eligible.
Yes, that's what I just said.
I'm sorry. Well, you know me.
888-589-8840 is the number to call. Again, as Tim said, if you've not been on the air with us in the last 8 weeks on this show, this could be your day. 888-589-8840. You do have to be 11 years old or older to call in.
We need a photo ID, too.
Yes, a photo ID or a passport.
Yeah,
or
some kind of ID.
Yeah.
We need that. So we can save this show.
Yes, that's
See what
right.
I did there?
The save act.
See what I did there?
That's right.
All right, is that it? We don't have any JJ travel plans?
Yes, sir. Thank you for asking.
A couple things this week.
Yeah, already did a Valentine banquet. Want to say hi to some new friends at First Free Will Baptist Church in Booneville. Wonderful time, great food, great fellowship.
Booneville, Mississippi.
Yes, had some listeners come up and had some people say how much they enjoyed Trivia Friday. Then Saturday night, I'll be at Family Farm in Glen Rose, Arkansas, right over from Malvern, Arkansas. Valentine banquet. Yeah, tomorrow. That's tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then
Well, I reminded you.
Yeah.
I need to gas up the car.
and then
throw that extra pair of jeans in the back.
Right. I got some ironing to do as soon as I get off. Thank you for that.
Oh, man.
Then Sunday morning, I'll be speaking at First Baptist Church in Locksburg, Arkansas. Actually, Valentine banquet at night, but it's all filled up. So if you're nearby, you want to come over.
Do they have
Sunday
a room where they
morning.
can go and watch you on a big screen?
No.
An overflow room?
No overflow room. So, but you can come Sunday morning, First Baptist Church, Locksburg, Arkansas, and
You'll be there?
Wait, I'll be there. Yeah, Melanie's
How long is your
going with me.
message?
It's not gonna go long.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to be mindful of that.
Okay.
Yeah, good.
My dad always said, and this is not new with him, but he always said talking about he was a preacher,
right?
And he said, I am well aware that the mind can only comprehend what the seat can endure.
Yes.
That's right. That's right. I try to be mindful of that as well.
My dad's messages were about 20, 25 minutes.
Yeah,
they were.
And listen, his books that he wrote were like that. They were concise,
right,
but powerful. And I guess it proves the point.
Like my golf swing.
Concise and powerful.
I didn't see that coming.
I didn't either.
Homiletics. That's the word that Ed's looking for. That's why I'm here for my intellectual prowess. Homiletics, building a sermon that's going to be succinct, get to the point.
Yeah.
And if you wonder what kind of preacher our founder was, it's my turn. Those are like his sermons, and
That's
they're
right.
timeless, and there's so much wisdom. When he shares those, which he wrote and recorded in the 90s, they sound just as relevant as if he did it this week.
Timeless truths.
Yeah, I would appreciate prayers for travel and, of course, to plant seeds, and I love meeting AFR listeners.
All right, Ed, what do you got, my friend?
All right, here are my 3 questions. First one is a multiple choice. I've been doing multiple choice here. I kind of like that because I don't feel bad. The question can still be a little bit challenging.
Yes, it can be.
But you're giving options. So here's the first question. The first internet network was launched in what year? The first internet network was launched in what year? 1959, 1969, 1979, or 1989? The first internet network. Second question. In what John Wayne movie was he killed getting stabbed by a lance and then blown up? In what John Wayne movie was he killed getting stabbed by a lance and then blown up? I know this is not super hard because I asked Jonathan Coker, the director of AFR, this question, and he named it right off the bat because he's a John Wayne fan. And then final question is a true-false. Under the right conditions, water can boil and freeze at the same time. Is that true or false? Under the right conditions, water can boil and freeze at the same time. Is that true or false?
Here's what I've got. First question, which war hero, later the 7th U.S. president, led Americans to victory in the Battle of New Orleans? Second question, this famous actor's real name was Marion Robert Morrison. Name him. Third question, true or false? If you write out the numbers, ONETWO, starting with 0, the first 1,000 numbers don't have the letter A in them. Is that true or false? If you write out the numbers, starting with 0 up to 999, you write the numbers out, there's not an A. Is that true or false?
What was that freezing question real quick again?
Under the right by the way, this is a tip of the hat to John, who sent this to me. Under the right conditions, water can boil and freeze at the same time. True or false?
I saw that on David Copperfield.
And then he disappeared,
I'm going to disqualify myself.
Yeah,
and then he disappeared.
That's fair to do that. Hey, my daughter, my daughter Maddie, a few years ago, when they were getting all these things on all these whatever, Instagram or whatever. So they said you could take boiling water, go out there when it's snowing, throw it up in the air, and it'd turn into dust. And she did that. Yeah.
Well,
and
it looks like dust.
Yeah, and we did that. She did that, and just seeing her with a bubbling cauldron of hot water and then slip a little bit walking outside, ice, snow, and oh man, if you'd poured that over on you. And then she threw it up in the air, and it was the craziest thing that it just turned into just a cloud of
Yeah.
Where was this?
It was like in our house.
Just type it on the Google. You can watch 1,000 of those things. I watched 900 of them.
Was the letter A in any one of them?
I'm talking about what JJ just described.
Yes, yeah. Hot. Well, I'm talking. She took it off the stove, boiling and bubbling. Walked out the door. It has to be whatever in the teens or whatever temperature-wise. She threw that up in the air, threw it while she was slipping, and then it just turned into dust.
I'm going to have to watch that.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes,
it's one of those, hey, y'all, watch this moments. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, here are my 3 questions. Number 1, what fresh fruit can be kept fresh for over a year if it's cold enough?
I'm
not talking about dry freezing it, I'm talking about sitting on the shelf.
You're talking about under normal circumstances?
Under normal circumstances. So what fresh fruit can be kept fresh for over a year if it's cold enough? Number 2, it's the only fruit that can do that I'm aware of. I researched that. Number 2, this is a hard question. So if you answer this correctly, we're going to send you the Bible, the 100 questions, 100 Bible questions and answers on prophecy in the end times. We're going to send that to you if you can answer this question. Now, you need to be able to answer this question without looking it up in the Bible. Okay, nothing wrong with it.
To win the book, to get the book.
To get the book, yeah. But here's the question. It's kind of a difficult question. Name the 12 disciples of Jesus. You would think you should know that.
Yeah.
You should know that.
No, that's difficult.
Allison, my wife and I, we were at dinner last night, and I said, I think I'm going to use this as a trivia question. And then we began to look at each other like, can you do it? And she was like, let me write them down. And when she was writing them down, we had to both work together.
Yeah.
So,
you get to Theodore Geisel after a couple of the ones, you go, wait, I think that was Dr. Seuss. I don't think he was a disciple.
Right, disciple. So here's that. Without looking that up in the scripture, name the 12 disciples of Jesus, and we'll send you the book, and you'll be considered one of the top students.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, there you go. You can put a cord on when you walk during the graduation.
My final question. This is a baby boomer Olympic question. Who won the gold medal in women's figure skating in 1976 and became America's sweetheart?
Come on.
All right. Baby boomers, most baby boomers are going to remember this. Especially
I think I know this one.
Especially the girls. Who won the gold medal in women's figure skating in 1976, the bicentennial
I do
year,
know it.
and became America's sweetheart? All right, let's go, Ed.
And that was became America's sweetheart soon after
You
that.
did,
But
Ed.
this is
Yes,
in
this is
'76.
different. Yours wasn't Olympic
Don't try to
related.
steal her glory, though, okay? Don't try to do that.
All right.
I'd like to see you figure skate. I would
I'd pay to see that.
I would pay for that.
Yeah, you guys would.
You talking about something going viral?
But hold up now, a Boston boy, you grew up ice skating,
I
right?
did not. I didn't skate much.
Wait, and you call yourself a Yankee? You weren't out there on the ice?
I not only
spinning
call
around?
myself a Yankee, I are one.
All right, let's go.
All right, we go to Somerset, Pennsylvania. We're specific on this one, and Drew is on the line. Drew, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Well, good morning, and thank you. I'm a first-time caller.
Wonderful.
All right, and
Thank
you're
you.
left over from last week. Thank you for your patience and for waiting all week. This is tremendous. Thank you.
Well, you're welcome. I knew the answer last week. I'm not sure I can help you this week. But,
Hey, did it ever thaw out up there, Drew?
the high's supposed to be 29 today, so
That's
stalling.
Heat wave.
That's disappointing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, all right. Which one do you want to try to answer?
Well, I'll just do the easy true or false. Can water boil and freeze at the same time? I'm just pulling at straws. I'm going to say true.
All right, so the question is, under the right conditions, water can boil and freeze at the same time. Drew says that's true. It is true.
What?
If you can believe this.
Let's go, Drew.
Nicely done. Way to start us out. Drew, but how is that even possible?
Water can boil and freeze at the same time under specific conditions known as the triple point, where temperature and pressure are perfectly balanced to allow solid, liquid, and gas to coexist. Isn't that crazy?
I don't even understand what
No,
you
I
said.
remember now. The triple threat.
The triple point.
threat.
The
Yeah,
triple
that was
point.
it. Now, so you should have mentioned that it wasn't on Earth, that you had to be out in outer space for that to happen.
No, this can happen on Earth.
Wow.
That's amazing. Now, to Tim's point, I did copy and paste the explanation for this from the science website. I got it, but that doesn't mean I understand the explanation.
Okay.
Well-
Anyway, way to go, Drew.
Yes.
Just for
Well, thank you.
Well, you make
For
a
a
lucky guess.
coin toss.
Yeah. All right, fire away. What do you got for us?
Okay. What person in the Bible prays an imprecatory prayer, not just once, not twice, but 3 times?
They're praying while they're pregnant. What'd you say?
Imprecatory. That's prayer of judgment.
Okay.
An imprecatory prayer is one that calls for the enemy to experience God's curse. So what person in the Bible prays this prayer not once, not twice, but 3 times?
Is this pretty well known person in the Bible? Not obscure?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm kind of going to Balak because 3 different times, they let him up there, but he sort of unintentionally. Though that was more blessing Israel than he was.
I
think he
we
wasn't
give
really
you our
praying.
final answer? Don't say anything.
I'm just going to throw Balak out there.
You got a better answer than that?
I don't have a better answer. I'm just guessing. I'm going to say Jeremiah.
He was big on that, wasn't he?
He's pretty big on.
He lamented on a lot of things.
Yeah.
Now, there are imprecatory psalms. You're not talking about that, Drew, right? You're talking about prayers. Okay, it's probably going to be, I think it's going to be either Jeremiah or Ezekiel. I can't remember.
David prayed harsh, judgment against his enemies.
Yeah, they could be.
We need an answer, fellas.
I'm changing mine from Balak to David.
All right, and
I'll go Jeremiah.
All right, that's what we got, Drew. What say you?
Okay, Nehemiah. It's in chapter 4, verses 4 and 5 is the first prayer, then in chapter 6, verse 14, and then in chapter 13, verse 29. And the reason I ran upon that is I'm currently reading the Reformation Study Bible, which R.C. Sproul was the general editor of, and I really enjoyed listening to him. In the commentary, it says this is the only time this type of prayer was used.
So it's called what?
Imprecatory.
Imprecatory. That's new for me.
Precatory.
Okay, and the nature of the prayer is to pray against your enemy.
You got to pray for
Calls for the enemy to experience God's curse.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Hey, thank you, Drew. You taught us something, and
may you experience God's blessing.
That's right.
Amen.
All right, you like how I turned that one around?
That's good.
Thank you, Drew.
Good.
That's from Timothy.
That's from 1 Timothy.
That's right.
All right, let's go to Arizona. We go from the frigid north to the balmy southwest, and Cammie is on the line. Cammie, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Hi there.
Hey, Cammie, Arizona. Wow, we don't get many calls from Arizona. How are you listening to us there?
Well, I'm on the internet, but we live in Eastern Oregon, and we're just down here for a little while in the winter.
Oh, okay, wonderful.
Good call.
Yeah, that's right. But anyway, Cammie, well, thanks for calling. Do you want to ask, answer, or both?
I'd like to do both, but I'm actually riding my bike right now, so I was listening. Trying to listen to the questions that you all said, but maybe yours, Tim, about the fruit that can last.
Okay, Cammie, here's the question. Here's the question you're going to answer. There is a fruit that can be kept fresh for over a year if it's kept cold enough. And there's only one fruit that qualifies here. And I'm not talking
freeze-dried fruit or anything like that.
Straight up on the shelf.
Wow.
What is the answer to that, Cammie?
I want to say some sort of melon, maybe a cantaloupe or a honeydew.
Good guess. Incorrect.
This is I'm interested in the answer.
So don't give us the answer. You're going to keep the answer alive,
I'm
right?
gonna keep it. But so her guess was a melon.
Yeah.
And that is incorrect.
Do you have a question for us?
I do. Let me get it. It's in my pocket here. Okay. In Judges chapter 7, I just got done reading the book of Judges. It's where Gideon is choosing the men to go with him to fight the Midianites. How many men did he start with, and how many men did he end up using to fight with?
Okay, good question. All right, now, can I?
You sure can.
It's rare. JJ usually JJ knows the old. You do too. You guys.
Oh, JJ's.
You guys know the Old Testament very, very well. He ended up with 300, right?
That's what Gideon? I would say. Yeah.
Gideon. So I got that much right. True.
I think so.
Okay. So but how many he started?
With thousands.
That's
was it 30,000?
I can't remember.
It was some absurdly
and the Lord
large
just kept
number.
thinning them down. Like some, when you get on who laps the water with their hand, the other ones that just put their hands there and put their face down and lap the water like a dog. Eliminate these this way, eliminate next round to show that he gets the glory. It wasn't Gideon and his strength and his mighty army.
I'm going to say it's even more than that. I'm going to say it's even more than 30,000, if I remember correctly. we don't know exactly. I'm going to say, I don't know, 45. 40. That's my. You're going to say 30?
30?
I'm going to say 30.
I'm going to go with Ed on the
Okay.
30.
All
That
right.
sounds right. 30,000 down to 300. How do
Tammy,
we do?
What's the answer? Answers.
Really, really close. It was 32,000.
32,000 he started with, and did we get the 300 right?
Yes.
300
Yep,
right.
300.
That was you, Tim.
All right, that was me.
Nicely
That's
done.
the record show. High fiving me, baby. How about that Old Testament
Old
answer?
Testament.
Huh?
Yes.
I did. I feel good about contributing to the team effort.
Yes,
here.
you
Oh,
did.
absolutely.
Yeah.
300.
Well, listen, you
And
keep...
he won.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, to
Anyone,
God
but
be the
the-
glory. Hey, Cammie, keep spinning, and you're doing great following through on your New Year's resolutions to be out there riding your bike and getting in shape.
Thank you, Cammie. Safe journeys there. By the way, that's a great story. That's a great story in the Bible.
Yeah.
The story of Gideon. If you want to read something today, it's pretty compelling and interesting, is what I'm saying.
Yep.
And it really boils down to God. God can do a lot with a committed individual,
Right.
and God can do so much with a committed team,
Yes.
a committed church.
And it doesn't matter how many.
Right.
If they're following God.
That's right.
And-
That's kind of the moral of that story, right?
Yeah.
And I know this show is mostly for entertainment, but I want to piggyback on that. There's so many layers. If you haven't read Gideon in a while, he is the smallest one in his family. His family's the smallest one in the clan, in the tribe. And yet the angel comes to him and says, and he was fearful and hiding. He said, Gideon, O mighty man of valor. And he said, what? Who, me?
Yeah.
And he just says, look, I'm the smallest and all this. No, God's going to use you. I've chosen you. Then you have the fleece. That's where you have that. That's in Gideon. And then how God, on purpose, narrows the army down to take away the human effort, to say, look, I want this to happen. And they go, wow, that had to be a God thing. That's what he wants to do in your life oftentimes. It's not your money or your good looks or your family name. It's God doing the work.
All right, we'll be back momentarily, and we'll repeat our question, doing more of Trivia Friday coming right up.
It's my turn.
Here is your host for My Turn, Don Wildmon.
Former Presidents Truman and Johnson died just a few days apart. Their deaths were well publicized. Their funerals were carried on national television. Hardly a person in the country were unaware of their deaths. The papers all carried front-page headlines about their deaths. A few days after their funerals, another person died. Like the former presidents, he had contributed much to the good of mankind. In fact, people throughout the world were indebted to his influence and actions. His name was E. Stanley Jones. He was a Christian missionary and preacher, and in a very real sense, a Christian statesman. Very few people were aware of his death. Little, if any, was said about it on national television. Some of the newspapers did mention it, but usually readers found it only on the back page and then only a paragraph. These deaths serve to remind us of the value society places on the life of individuals. No one would dare suggest that the death of a president shouldn't make national news. And according to our standards, it isn't much news when a Christian missionary dies, not even one the caliber of Dr. Jones. However, one wonders what type of reception was given in the next life to these great men. Without in any way trying to belittle the greatness of the presidency, I have a sneaking idea that Dr. Jones' arrival on the other side was publicized more widely than his death on this side. Here in this life, few of us will ever rise to the position of responsibility held by our well-known business and government leaders. Sometimes this causes us to feel that positions of lesser responsibility are of lesser value. And this is a great mistake. For our Creator never judges us on how high a position we hold, but only on how well we fulfill the responsibilities of the position we do hold. It is a matter of small importance with the one who made us, if we hold positions of major importance as the world counts importance. but he's very much concerned with how well we perform in the position which he has for us to serve in. Some of the world's greatest people are hardly known outside the community in which they live, but they go at their responsibilities day after day in a sense of genuine faithfulness and fruitfulness. Often the only mention of their death is in the local obituary column. But this life isn't the only life, and in the other life you do not have to be famous or powerful to receive an honorable reception. When we Christians mention the word justice, we aren't speaking only of legal actions. We're speaking also of a reward rightly due. That's the reason that our values and the world's values are often in conflict. Dr. E. Stanley Jones is dead now. Few people in the world knew of his faithful and fruitful work, but God knew. And it is God who passes out the final commendations. While he was little known here, you can bet your bottom dollar that he was well known and received in the new land of forever.
This has been My Turn with Don Wildmon, a production of the American Family Association.
For he has rescued us from the dominion of darkness and brought us into the kingdom of the Son he loves. Colossians 1:13.
American Family Radio.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. From the 60s and 70s right there.
I love Lucy, one of my favorite shows.
Yabba dabba do. I do that every time when I wake up in the morning.
Do you really?
Yeah, stretch and then say yabba dabba do.
Yabba dabba do.
Little
dabble, do you?
Then I get a cup of coffee, but you got to be careful because one day when I was making coffee, I accidentally used Red Bull instead of water, and I was halfway to work before I realized I left my truck in the driveway.
Ba-da-boom.
Yabba dabba do.
All right, yabba dabba do. All right, repeater questions here on Trivia Friday. Go ahead, Ed.
All right. Here's my first question. It's multiple choice. The first internet network was launched in what year? I'll give you some choices here.
Okay.
1959, 69, 79, or 89. The first internet network. Second question. In what John Wayne movie was he killed getting stabbed by a lance and then blown up? Wow. It was a bad day for him, for his character.
Sounds like a 007 movie. Chase somebody across the top of a train, get shot 20 times, get stabbed
by
with
a lance,
blown up.
Retire at the end of the movie and then come back again for the next
That's right.
one.
Don't even get a wrinkle in your suit. Or hair gets out of place.
Third, I'm going to add a question here. I've had one answered. Thank you, Tim. Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster originated what famous comic book superhero? Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster originated what famous comic book superhero?
Here's what I've got. Which war hero, who later became the 7th U.S. president, led Americans to victory in the Battle of New Orleans? Or if you're a native, New Orleans.
Riding on the Battle of New Orleans.
That's
the way it goes.
That's exactly how it goes. Second question. This famous actor's real name was Marion Robert Morrison. What do we know him as? Name him. Name the actor, famous actor whose real name is Marion Robert Morrison. Third question, true or false? I hope I'm making this clear. If you write out the numbers from 0 to 1,000, is ONETWO, you don't use an A. From 0 to 999, you do not use an A in any of those numbers. Is that true or false? See, some of you got that calculator rolling in your head.
I was going to go ahead and write them out. If y'all don't mind, go ahead with the show. I'm going to go over here.
On the
room over here.
Well, it might not be true, so you don't want to waste too much valuable time.
Duly noted. All right, my turn. All right, there is a fresh fruit, ladies and gentlemen, that can be kept fresh for over a year if it's cold enough. I'm talking about on the shelf, not freeze-dried or I'm talking about on the shelf. This fruit can survive fresh for up to a year if it's cold enough. What fruit is that? Only one fruit can do that.
You know how excited the preppers got hearing that?
Yeah,
I mean, they're so
duly
excited.
noted. All right, now for a free for a book, just as a prize for answering this question, we're going to send you the book that we've offered: 100 Bible Questions and Answers from Prophecy on Prophecy in the End Times. If you can answer this question, and you'll be considered one of our top students ever, quite frankly.
Oh, yeah.
If you can answer this question without looking it up in the Bible, okay? If you just know this from heart and you can call in and answer it, we will say either you're the man or you're the woman.
Right.
Okay?
Either one.
So here's the question.
Can't be both, though.
That's
Thank
right.
you. It's not that kind of show.
We're not that kind of show. We're pretty strict on that.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
You're going to have to
You're going to
choose.
identify as what you are. All right. Name the 12 disciples of Jesus. Just name them.
That sounds easy, but I don't know all 12. I can't.
It's not easy.
Spit it out.
All right. And finally, the final question, baby boomer question, Olympic question. Who won the gold medal in women's figure skating in 1976? That's back when we all watched the Olympics. The whole
country just
we
about.
all watched it. We all watched it. And this person became America's sweetheart. What was her name? What is her name? She's still alive, by the way. All right, go ahead.
All right, let's go to Texas. And David is on the line. David, welcome, sir, to Trivia Friday.
Good morning, man. Good to talk to you.
Hey, this is my friend David Johnson. Hey, Doc.
Hey, how are you, JJ?
We're doing
to
good.
talk to you.
You didn't get any of that ice or snow, did you? I know some portions of Texas did, but did Tyler get a little bit?
Yeah, we got ice. I was in the house for about 5 days.
Wow.
But I'm a chicken, so.
No, that's wise.
Wait, in doing what?
He said he was a chicken.
He said he was a chicken.
Look, he was a doctor for so many years. He knows
David,
how
we've
easy
already
it is.
established you cannot identify as anything but what you really are, okay? You're going to have to come to grips with this, okay?
It'd be so much better for your mental health.
Calling himself a chicken.
Hey, so he was a doctor.
I'm a baboon, David.
Look, he was a doctor for many, many years. He knows how easy it is to break a arm or a leg out there on the ice.
Yeah, that's right.
Ask, answer, or do both, my friend.
I'd like to answer your question, JJ, about New Orleans.
Which war hero, later the 7th U.S. president, led Americans to victory in the Battle of New Orleans?
That would be Andrew Jackson.
Andrew Jackson.
Andrew Jackson. Now,
Nicely
which
done.
war, David, which war was this?
The War of 1812. And there's two interesting things about that. Number one, Johnny Horton from East Texas wrote the wonderful song, The Battle of New Orleans. It's a great, funny song. Johnny Horton from East Texas, The Battle of New Orleans. Secondly, the battle was won after the peace treaty had already been signed.
Really?
I remember reading that, yeah.
Explain that. That's an enigma.
Well, it just traveled.
Communications was, slow. They didn't have the internet yet.
It's like finding those Japanese over there in the islands after World War II, like 20 years later.
Right.
Hey, the war's over, by the way. Really? How long has it been over? 20 years.
20 years. But we do thank you for your dedication.
Yes.
There'll be a little something extra for you in your paycheck.
We'll give you a button or something to honor your commitment.
Hey, David, great job.
Yeah.
And what's your question for us? A nice little insight with the
Amen. Yeah, I like that.
By the way, just one sentence or two sentences, David. What was the War of 1812? What was the purpose, or what was it about?
The British were seizing American ships and taking their seamen to work on British ships. And we told them to stop doing that.
Yeah, we'd already whooped that
tail.
tail.
And they wouldn't stop.
So to speak, once. Yes, they were told to stop, and so we went to war. We went to war with them again. By the way, one time, and this is a serious, true story. Allison and I had the honor to go to the White House back when President George W. Bush was in office, and because Allison's first cousin worked at the White House, not in a very public position, but she did work for the administration there. So So she invited us to take an after-hours West Wing tour.
How nice.
Nice.
This would have been in, whenever George W. Bush was in office, second time.
In the 90s.
Yeah. Was it that far?
No, George W.
2000. George
would be
W.
the 2000s.
Not H.W.
Yeah.
George W. So we'd got the tour at night. I mean, we got to see the Oval Office, the Situation Room, the bowling alley, the press center where they do press conferences every day.
How about the pizza oven?
But Ed, I didn't ask
You didn't
about
think
that.
Did you
No,
get
I
to
was-
see Lincoln's bedroom?
It's an
'Cause I think
oversight.
that'd be awesome.
Okay, y'all trying to distract me?
No, go
hold on.
ahead. Sorry,
Withdraw my
Mr.
comment.
Sorry, Mr. Substitute Teacher. We're sorry for asking you all these additional.
Just call me Karen. All right. So, well, I shouldn't say that, but anyway, we saw we went outside and there was a black scar on the White House. You can't see it in any of the pictures that the public sees of the White House, but it was out one of the doors, and it was above the door, and it was fire from the War of 1812 when the British attacked the White House.
They burned the White House.
Wow.
Yes.
And they didn't cover it up because they wanted to. It was history, and they wanted to leave it.
So I was sitting there looking at this burnt mark from 1812.
Wow.
At the actual White House, from the war David's talking about with the British.
Isn't that
the British burned the White House?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
well, hey David, come see us. We love when you come through Tupelo, Mississippi, and stop to see us.
Does he have a question for us?
Thanks. I have a yes.
Yes, sir. What's your question for us?
In celebrating our 250th anniversary, happy birthday, America. This is a question about presidents. Which president was the first to fly on an airplane, and which president was the first to fly in an airplane on official business?
Is that two separate questions?
No, that's one question.
Same president, you're saying?
Oh, it's the same person.
No, it's about presidents. Which was the first to fly, and which was the first to fly on official business?
All right. Don't do it. I've already asked him. Is it two questions? He said one. We just heard him ask two. But we don't want to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We get deep into this. We get into an argument.
We'll
Next
be here
thing
till
you know,
lunch. Yeah.
It's what.
All right, so we're going to talk amongst ourselves here, David. Don't say yes or no. So I don't know. Would you think Teddy Roosevelt or Woodrow Wilson?
It would
are in
precede FDR, wouldn't it? It was the 1930s, probably.
Right.
1930s, I would think.
So maybe Herbert Hoover. I don't know. That's it's an excellent question.
George Harrison.
See, that's with me. I'm afraid to blurt something out because I might blurt out the name of an old car. I get them mixed up. The cars and the presidents.
The presidents?
They sound interchangeable to me. President Hudson.
I don't know.
President DeSoto.
Who was the president in the 30s? Who was the president?
There's
Herbert
Hoover.
Don't say anything, David. We're going to give you an answer in 30 seconds. Who preceded FDR?
I think it was Herbert Hoover.
I'm going to go that.
No, it's going to be earlier than him.
Woodrow Wilson?
Yeah, I was going to say Woodrow Wilson.
You're talking the teens now.
That's right.
Or Calvin Coolidge.
Woodrow.
All right, you go Herbert Hoover. I go Calvin Coolidge.
Woodrow Wilson.
You go Woodrow Wilson.
And you're who?
Calvin Coolidge.
Oh, we're going to land on one of those, David.
Theodore Roosevelt in 1910 flew with the Wright brothers in their aircraft. And his fifth cousin. Oh, you didn't answer the second part of the question.
You're making this up. You're making this up as you go along here, David.
You better give us first and the second.
Yeah, you better answer. We'll be here till lunch.
Okay. His fifth cousin FDR flew across the ocean for the meetings with the other leaders,
Allied leaders,
on the first president to fly on official business.
Wow! It was FDR
in the 1940s. Yeah, 1938, I think. Yeah.
All right. Wow.
All right. Great.
Yeah.
Excellent.
That's when we see that famous picture, probably of Joseph Stalin, FDR, and Winston Churchill.
Remember that
Potsdam
Conference?
He probably went there on the airplane. Anyway, thank you, David.
Thank you, David.
Who's up next?
That was
good.
Excellent.
He's a
question.
pilot, owned an airplane at one time. His brother was a military pilot. And
talking about David?
Yeah,
FDR?
so our caller, he loves aviation. That's part of the reason his a love for the aviation, and probably why that question,
Hey, we'll go back to Texas, and Deborah is on the line. Deborah, welcome to Trivia Friday. Deborah, you there? Deborah. Oh, I can hear you. Yeah. Hey, Deborah, have you turned it? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I don't have my radio on.
Oh, okay. I thought I heard something in the background.
Yeah, we hear your neighbor's
Hello?
radio
Okay.
on. You need to close your window because we can hear the people in the apartment next to you. They have their radio on. It's causing a delay.
Hey, where do you live in Texas, Deborah?
San Angelo.
All right.
Yeah.
It's
near where they
like-
round up the rattlesnakes.
What part of Texas? Am I looking at a map of Texas, San Angelo? I know it's in West Texas, right?
Yes, if you know where Abilene is.
I do.
Over
If
from
you
Abilene.
go south and a little west for about 80 miles, then
Okay.
you'll be in San Angelo.
JJ, were you ever in Abilene?
I lived in Abilene for a winter. I'd hear all the news about San Angelo, and then one of those little towns right next there, they'd have a rattlesnake roundup every year.
Yeah.
Throw all these rattlesnakes in a swimming pool,
roundup.
and they'd get the leather from the boots. They'd have rattlesnake to eat, and it just gives me the willies just thinking about all those rattlesnakes crawling around.
That's where kerosene in a match comes in handy.
Oh, man. Diamondback rattlers. Ooh, that just makes my skin crawl.
All right, Deborah, you want to
I'm not
ask
quite
it?
sure how they get them rounded up, but I don't really want to know.
Oh, I don't want to be in that posse.
In the words of H.W. Bush, not got that. I'm not, or Dana Carvey.
Would not be prudent.
Not got that.
All right, you want to ask, answer, or do both, Deborah?
Do both.
All right, which question you want to try
I'm
to
gonna
answer?
answer the easiest question, mainly because I knew the answer to this back when I was in middle school. And that is, who was Marion Morrison?
Here's the question. This famous actor's real name, was Marion Robert Morrison. Name him, Pilgrim.
Now, if you'd put that in there, anybody could have answered.
Anybody would.
He dumbed it down.
I know I did that for you because I knew you knew the answer.
Yeah.
Yes, it's John Wayne.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I knew it when I was in middle school, but I did.
Well, you just answered the mystery question.
Did you hear that cowbell?
No.
Yeah, you
sure
did.
Isn't that easy?
Well,
we don't pick by hard or easy. We just throw one out there and let it be the
okay.
mystery
it's
question.
If it's too easy for you, we can pass the book along to somebody else.
Well, really, Deborah, it's how we feel led in terms of the question on the mystery question.
Yeah.
Don't you? We have inspiration on that.
Oh.
So we're going to send you the book for getting the answer right there, Deborah.
Congratulations, Deborah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there you go.
Very
So
good. Thank you.
Stay on the line so we can get your address and send that book to you. But what's your question for us?
My question for you is, what is a hypnic jerk?
A hypnic jerk? Well, that's that guy who cut me off this morning on the way to work.
I think that's a redneck jerk. A hypnic. What is a hypnic jerk?
I've never heard this.
I think it's a fella that fills in for Sister Susan and got that crystal ball, and they give you some advice you don't want to hear, and they're a little bit smart alecky about it.
I think it's a game of marbles. I remember
serious?
when I was in 6th grade.
Oh,
we go.
There we go.
You had me going until I
You
saw
guys
that
can mock
smart.
me if you want to. We would get to school early. We'd bring our bag of marbles, and we would play hypnic jerk.
Okay.
And one was
till
a
the bell
cat
rang.
eye, and one was a cat eye marble.
Yeah.
Now I remember y'all down in the dirt because you were in that little one room schoolhouse.
All right. Is it a game of marbles?
Okay,
or not,
I am gonna mock you on that.
Okay,
When you
go
said to do if we no.
Okay.
All right, what's the answer, Deborah?
Not even close.
It's a dance.
Do you remember being in a classroom, maybe in a school that didn't have air conditioning, and it's a hot afternoon, and you're dozing off because the teacher's droning on, and all of a sudden you jerk awake?
Yeah.
Oh, is that what that
That's
is?
called a hypnic jerk.
I'm glad
Oh.
you know that has a name.
And you snort or something
Yeah.
when you wake up. So that has
it
a
also
name.
happens like if you're sleeping and you dream that you're falling. Sometimes
Yes.
you'll jerk awake.
Oh,
Right.
yeah. So that's what that's called.
I didn't know it had an official
Yes.
name. And I'll tell you, this is the absolute. It's going to sound like I'm making this up, but when my wife and when we drive anywhere, I drive the whole way because when anyone else drives, if I start to go to sleep, I will do that. I will suddenly jerk
I
awake.
think we've all done that.
Yeah.
Once in our life driving.
When I'm taking,
I'm serious.
yes.
Now I've had crashes because I fell asleep.
Yeah, that's true.
But I'm talking about when you doze off for that 1 second and then you're shocked back because you realize what you've just done.
Yep.
And your heart's in your throat.
Yeah, that's when you need to get out of your car and run. You know, you need to do something to
Get the blood flowing.
Well, and here's something. I'll fall asleep sometimes like a nap in the afternoon, and then I dream that I'm chasing a rabbit, and my leg, a twitch. Oh, wait, no, that's my dog, Jaeger. Never mind.
Your dog, Gator?
Jaeger.
Jaeger. All right, Deborah,
thank you.
We're going to thank you. Going to put you on hold.
Right.
Cindy Roberts will get your information, and we will get that book out to you. And congratulations to you.
Hey,
Did a
we
great
learned
job.
something.
Yep.
All right, you're listening to Trivia
Kirk.
Friday on American Family Radio. Tim, Ed, and JJ. Hey, let's repeat our questions quickly, fellas.
Oh, that's good.
All right, first question. The first internet network was launched in what year? I'll give you a helping hand with some options. 1959, 69, 79, or 89. Which of those years was the launch of the first internet network? Second question, in what John Wayne movie was he killed getting stabbed by a lance and then blown up? And then third question, Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster originated what famous comic book superhero?
All right. Here's what I have. First question, true or false? If you write out the numbers, starting with 0, Z-E-R-O, and then 1, O-N-E, when you write them out, you won't find an A in the first 1,000 numbers. Is that true or false? Second question, was I clear enough on that? You write those out.
0 through
to
999.
999. There is not an A in any one of those numbers. And then I'll add a couple. Baby Boomer TV show. What TV show opened with a voice saying, "Do not attempt to adjust the picture"? What TV show, and I'll just go ahead and say it, pretty scary, and it opened with a voice saying, "Do not attempt to adjust the picture." Then I've got a Bible question. Eli had 2 sons that didn't turn out well. Eli in the Bible. Name his 2 sons.
All right. I tell you what, for this next question, this is hard. I'm going to throw in an AFR ball cap, too. So the question about the disciples, if you answer that right, we're going to send you the book and a ball cap.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Okay, because this is not easy. So I think people are a little intimidated to try. But if you can name the 12 disciples of Jesus without looking in the Bible, that's what that's what I'm looking for, is somebody who knows these by heart.
That's something we should know.
Yeah. So my question is, who were the 12 disciples of Jesus? Name them. Number two, what fresh fruit can be kept fresh for over a year if it's cold enough? It's pretty amazing. This is the only fruit that can survive a year if it's cold enough, fresh. And finally, number 3, baby boomer question. Who won the gold medal in women's figure skating in the 1976 Olympics and became America's sweetheart? Who is the name of this lady? Okay, go ahead, Ed.
All right, we're going to go to Washington. That is Washington State. And Bob is on the line. Bob, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Well, thank you. Good morning, fellas.
Hey, Bob, where do you live there in the state of Washington?
Between Mabton and Sunnyside, but I'm originally from Louisiana.
Okay, well, did you take a wrong turn? What happened
You
there?
on the run?
You got family up there or what?
No, the Lord just knew I needed a special lady up there, and
Oh,
there you go.
Well, there you go.
Moved for love.
No, there's the first lyric of your song.
Yep.
Keep working on that, Bob. Left Louisiana for
love of a special woman.
We've had a radio station on in Sunnyside, Washington for a long, long time, and that's in Eastern Washington for those who want to know. All right. Well, Bob, you answer, or both?
Both.
Which one you want to answer?
America's sweetheart question.
Okay, the question I just gave, and Bob is going to answer it. How old are you, Bob?
71.
Okay, then
he knows.
This is right in your sweet spot right here, on your memory.
Childhood. Yeah.
Well, beyond childhood. But
when he was watching 3 channels just like we were, he only had 3 choices on the TV.
Who won the gold medal in women's figure skating in 1976 and became America's sweetheart?
Who could ever forget the smile of Mary Lou Retton?
Okay, well, you're right about that. She had a beaming smile, but she was...
wrong Olympics and wrong sport.
Yeah, summer. You're thinking Summer Olympics. I said women's figure skating. Did you catch that?
Oh, yes, that's right.
How old are you, Bob?
Right. I'm getting older by the minute.
Okay,
As we all are, Bob. Don't worry about it.
I'm going to give you a reset there, Bob, based on your senior citizenship.
Wait, no, it's a senior citizen discount.
It's a senior citizen freebie. You get a mulligan. Go ahead, Bob. What's the name you're looking for?
The one that everybody got.
She had that haircut that all the girls wanted. Remember that?
Dorothy Hamill.
There you
Dorothy
go.
Hamill.
There you go. Dorothy Hamill. I knew you knew it.
It was easy to get it confused because they were roommates. They were roommates at the Olympics.
I want to ask. I think Bob's right. This is back when the Olympics were the same year. Winter, summer were the same year. Do you remember this?
Yes.
And I want to say that Bob's right that in the 76 Olympics, or maybe it was 1980. Take that back. I think
it might have been.
I think Mary Lou, she was
Let me finish. Can I finish?
Yes, sir. You can.
I don't interrupt y'all. So I think it's 1980 for Mary Lou Retton, and she may have come back in 1984 as well for the Summer Olympics, and she was a gymnast. But you're right, Bob. You had it. You knew it. I knew you knew it. Dorothy Hamill was America's sweetheart. So was Mary Lou Retton, but from the 1976 Winter Games. But remember the Dorothy
haircut. All the girls got Dorothy.
She was 84 Los Angeles Olympics.
84 for Mary Lou Retton. Okay. All right.
4'9".
Yeah. She couldn't dunk.
No.
But she could evermore jump on a beam and do the things that gymnasts do.
Same kind of short hair, too.
Yeah. All right. Hey, Bob, can you hold on through the break for your question for us?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Bob
sir.
will hold on, and we will come back and go to his question. And, Dorothy Hamill with that haircut that all the girls wanted.
Oh, yeah.
In 1970s.
I got my hair cut that way, too.
Did you now?
Yeah,
just because.
Just because it was so popular. And I was all about being popular. You don't believe that?
Well, I'm not going to answer that. We're going to be back in just a few minutes after the news, and we'll have 25 more minutes of education coming your way.
The views and opinions expressed in this broadcast may not necessarily reflect those of the American Family Association or American Family Radio.
Faith, family, freedom. American Family Radio.
Getting married, starting a family, their eternal values and ideals. These are core values that shaped this country for so long. These are values and ideals that are rooted in Scripture. They're eternal values and ideals.
At the Core with Walker Wildmon and Rick Green, where culture meets biblical truth. Weekdays at 1 Central on AFR. This is American Family Radio, a listener-supported ministry of the American Family Association.
American Family News, I'm Rusty Pugh. The Senate failing to pass funding legislation for the Department of Homeland Security this week, increasing the threat of another partial government shutdown. Senate Democrats reiterating they would not support any funding for DHS without a list of their own demands, such as a requirement for federal officers to obtain judicial search warrants before conducting searches and barring agents from wearing masks. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt, however, says Democrats are only playing politics, and DHS workers and agents will be hurting because of it.
These are American workers who went 43 days without a paycheck in the last shutdown because Chuck Schumer and Democrats wanted to play partisan politics with Democrat funding. It's unacceptable to President Trump and the White House. We've made every good faith effort to try to keep the government open.
An immigration attorney is confident that the roundup of illegal aliens will continue in Minnesota, even though a major immigration crackdown is ending. Chad Groening has more.
Border Czar Tom Homan told reporters that during the surge operation, Immigration and Customs Enforcement officers arrested more than 4,000 illegal aliens in the Minneapolis-St. Paul area. And he said as a result of their efforts, Minnesota is now less of a sanctuary state for alien criminals. And Homan made it clear that while Operation Metro Surge is concluded, ICE is still going to have a presence in the Twin Cities.
To ensure agitator activity continues to decline, and that state and local law enforcement continue to respond to ensure officer and community safety. Enforcement of Title VIII is not going to end. If you're in this country legally, you're not off the table. And I think we're proving that if you look at the data.
Art Arthur is a resident fellow in law and policy at the Center for Immigration Studies.
ICE has an office in Minneapolis. The officers and agents in the Minneapolis office will continue to carry out their activities and their duties in much the same way as they always have. And now it appears that ICE is going to focus its attention somewhere else, where it won't see the diminishing returns that it's going to see from continuing to utilize those resources in Minnesota.
Holman says he plans to stay in Minnesota to oversee the drawdown. I'm Chad Groening.
The landmark trial on social media addiction continues in California. It involves dueling narratives on whether some of the biggest online platforms are addictive and harmful to kids. Kelly Saberi has more from Los Angeles.
We're getting more expert witnesses just after we heard from the first big name in this case. It was the head of Instagram that we heard from on Wednesday, Adam Mosseri. We're going to be hearing whether these people today believe that 16 hours of Instagram use could potentially. Wednesday, as he testified, there were parents in the courtroom in that first row who lost their children because they believe that social media led to self-esteem and mental health issues, ending up with some of them taking their lives. Now, at one point, some of these parents could be heard crying, and scoffs could be heard at other times as well.
President Trump and First Lady Melania Trump will visit Fort Bragg today to meet with military families, as well as the Special Forces members involved in the capture of Nicolas Maduro. Peter Ducey has more from the White House.
Today, the president is going to meet with some of the special operators who took Maduro out of Venezuela. The next big thing to come out of Venezuela will be oil. The president has got the highest-ranking administration official in Venezuela since Maduro was taken out, Christopher Wright, the energy secretary. And that has got the president now saying this: relations between Venezuela and the United States have been, to put it mildly, extraordinary. We're dealing very well with President Delcy Rodriguez and her representatives. Oil is starting to flow, and large amounts of money unseen for many years will soon be greatly helping the people of Venezuela. The president is also watching additional naval assets steam towards the Middle East as he weighs next moves with Iran.
A key measure of inflation fell to nearly a 5-year low last month as apartment rental price growth slowed and gas prices fell, offering some relief to Americans still grappling with a sharp increase in costs for the past 5 years. Today's report suggests inflation could be cooling, but it comes after the cost of food, gas, and apartment rents have soared since the pandemic, with consumer prices about 25% higher than they were 5 years ago. More news online at afn.net and on the AFN mobile app. I'm Rusty Pugh.
At Wesley Biblical Seminary, we are working today to equip tomorrow's pastors and Christian leaders through biblical and theological education and practical ministry that's accredited, affordable, online, and highly personal. So whatever your next step is in being equipped for ministry, we're here for you. And if you believe these are the kinds of pastors we need leading our churches in the future, we invite you to learn more about Wesley Biblical Seminary by visiting us at wbs.edu today.
This is Trivia Friday.
The number to call with your question or your answer to a question is 888-589-8840. Now, back to more Trivia Friday.
Welcome back, everybody, to Trivia Friday on American Family Radio, also known as
Learning University.
We're here every Friday.
That was awesome.
We're here every Friday on American Family Radio with trivia from 10 to 11:30 Central Time. And we have a lot of shows that we've done over the last couple of years. If you're going to be traveling and you just want to listen to some of our old trivia shows that we've done, we've got them logged. We got them, what do you call them, podcasted?
Podcast.
Yeah,
So
podcast.
what do they need to do, Ed, if people want to listen to any of our old shows?
You just go to afr.net,
Yep.
and there's a little tab that says podcasts, the drop-down menu.
Okay.
And you can scroll, I think, Trivia Friday, maybe all the way towards the bottom.
Okay.
But you click on that, and then there are choices that you can make.
Like life.
Yes.
Choices. Life choices. we all
Series of
make.
choices.
And some of you that live in the county, when you're trying to get a good reception on the podcast, you're going to need to adjust the rabbit ears. I'm just giving them a little heads up.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to, it'll be more clear.
Rabbit ears for podcasting. All right. It's a new world out there, people. You can thank Elon Musk. All right, Trivia Friday is. We left the poor Bob.
Bob, he's hanging.
Hey, what about Bob?
He lives in, I like that. He lives in the Sunnyside, Washington area. And Bob, you have a trivia question for us?
Yes.
Go ahead.
My
Go ahead.
question is, who is Cooper Kupp's grandfather?
Okay, Cooper Kupp is the wide receiver for the world champion Seattle Seahawks.
Wow. Tim?
He is from the state of Washington. He played at East Washington University.
That's some trivia right
Yeah,
there. Now you're just showing off.
He's about 5'10", maybe.
How much does he weigh?
Maybe 190, something like that. Anyway, he's an all-pro wide receiver. At least he was when he played for the Rams.
Yes.
So, but the question is not that. The question is, who is his grandfather?
I have no idea.
I'm going to say
Bob.
Is it
Custer.
Bob?
I'm going to say General George
How about
Custer.
Bob calling right now? General George Patton.
Or
What'd you
George
say?
Custer.
All right, who is his grandfather, Bob?
Yeah, I don't think we know.
Jake Kupp of the New Orleans Saints.
Jake Kupp. I've never heard of him.
But am I right about all those other facts I gave? Do you know the answer?
Yeah, he graduated from Sunnyside High School.
Oh,
I
wow.
haven't met him.
Native
He
son.
lives in Yakima.
Yeah,
but,
and he did go to
yeah,
Eastern Washington, right?
No, Jake went to the University of Washington, but he played for the Saints when Dempsey kicked the field goal and Archie Manning was a quarterback.
Okay.
Boy, those are some
Back in the-
glory days for them.
Well, his grandson turned out okay, too.
I would say. Yeah, the fruit doesn't fall far from the tree.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you, Bob.
Thank you, Bob. Appreciate hearing from you. Thanks for calling from the state of Washington.
And thanks for sticking around, too,
All
through
right.
the
What
break.
about Bob?
All right, Tim, Ed, and JJ here, and go ahead with the next caller.
All right, let's go to Louisiana, and Holly is on the line. We've had a lot of ladies calling in today. We love that. Holly, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Thank you.
Where do you live in Louisiana?
I live in Kentwood, Louisiana.
Okay.
Which is near where?
Right at the Mississippi state line south of Macomb.
Okay, Kentwood. On the way to Hammond?
Yes.
You about 30 minutes away from Hammond?
Approximately, yeah, about 30 minutes from Hammond.
Yep.
Tim, I don't know how you
I'm
do
gonna quit
that.
asking serious stuff. I'm just going to say, Timmy, I need directions
Well,
too instead of Siri.
I mentioned this before. When I was a kid, one of my hobbies was I loved atlases and maps and globes, and I just would look at those and study those, and especially then I began to travel around the United States, and I just learned everything about it.
Just loved it.
Just loved it, and I still do.
It
today.
shows, no kidding. I'm amazed that you
I
can say,
am. I'm
it's
just
about
always
that
amazed.
highway and it
There are a lot
here
of
and there.
a lot of people that know the map of the U.S., but I studied the globe. So anyway, all right. So
your knowledge spans the globe.
it spans. Well,
I like
don't.
that.
You're embarrassing me now. You really are. I don't. I'm not looking for accolades. I really am not. And if you want to say something else, I'll be glad.
You'd be glad. Glad to say.
Yeah,
oh, please.
But
stop.
I'm just saying I'm not looking for that.
That's right. That's right.
So,
you expect it to come in your
anyway,
direction.
You got a great golf swing.
Well,
what did you call it? What did you say it was earlier? That was a pretty good little.
What's that?
About his golf swing. It was
No, I said something, and then he said it's my golf swing.
Yeah. Who's on the?
Hey, Holly, answer, or do both, dear.
Both.
Which one do you want to answer?
Well, I really want to answer the disciple question, but my question goes along with the number question, so I think I'm going to do the number question.
Okay, this is true or false. So if you're writing out the numbers, you start with 0. The first 1,000 numbers, you don't use the letter A. So from 0 to 999, writing those out, 3, 4, 5, you do not use the letter A. Is that true or false, Holly?
I believe it's true.
It is 100% true.
Way to go, Holly.
Yeah, nicely done. Holly, did you have a little bit of, did you kind of go through about 20 in your mind, or did you just flip a coin and just have absolute guess?
Well, I jumped from the tens to the hundreds, and I was like, well, if you're 750, you're not putting an A in there. You don't put an A till you get to 1,000. So
isn't that crazy though? You don't use an A, and you're writing out 999 numbers.
I want to know who thought of this question to begin with. I mean, where did this come from?
JJ came from
this,
JJ.
No, is this somebody who's bored to death in their history class or something like that? I'm just curious how that ever developed. But anyway, that's interesting.
Nicely done, Holly. So now, what were you going to ask us about the 13 or 14 disciples? What were you going to do? What was yours?
She was going to ask us.
I was going to do that one, but I have a question that kind of ties into the letter A and also geography, since you just mentioned being geographical experts. So, inside the state of Louisiana, there is a geographical name that contains the letter A 5 times. What is it?
Wait, 5 times? What you said? Now, a geographical name, what does that mean? Like it could be a parish, or what are you saying exactly? Without giving it away.
Well, I said I don't want to give it away. It can be any geographical, like it could be the name of a city, a parish, a wildlife area,
natural feature or something.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And it contains the letter A 5 times.
Here's what they did. They were writing down numbers one day, and they said, this is really troubling me that they left A out. We're going to name our little thing and put 5 A's in there just to...
I wonder if it has something to do with the translation from French to English, because there are a lot of, if you think about it, in Louisiana, Louisiana itself, how many A's are in there? Alexandria, Arcadia, there's just a lot of A's in there, but I don't know what would have 5 that I can think of. You got, It must be we don't know. What's the answer?
Antarctica, they tried.
Atchafalaya.
What is it?
Atchafalaya, which is a river that runs from the end of the Red River from about Alexandria south to the Gulf of Mexico.
Spell it for us, please.
I think it's Atchafalaya.
Wow.
Okay, so so it runs from the Red River, which comes from that's the border of Oklahoma and Texas. All right, and does the Red River run into Louisiana and then become this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it runs through Shreveport and south of Shreveport, I think, all the way down to Alexandria.
Okay, so and then it doesn't go over.
Maybe a little further than that.
But then it doesn't go over to the Mississippi. It has its own way to the Gulf.
I'm pretty sure it goes all the way to the Gulf.
Okay.
Tim,
All right,
I
well,
think you're
I think-
on to something with the French
The
origin.
French
So when you drive on I-10 from Baton Rouge to Lafayette,
Yeah.
you cross over the Atchafalaya Basin, and that's where it comes through, which is west of the Mississippi River.
Okay, all right. So it doesn't dump into the Mississippi. It goes on down to the Gulf itself. Interesting.
Very
I'm
interesting.
pretty
Yeah,
sure that's
I'm going to
right.
be down there. I'm going to be down there in that neck of the woods this summer. One of my grandsons has a big baseball tournament in Lafayette.
Oh,
Lafayette's how they say it
Lafayette.
there. Yeah, you got to say
So
Lafayette.
if I go down there and say I'm glad to be in Lafayette, they're going to laugh at me.
Well, they're going to think you're in Indiana.
So say it for me when I go down there.
The river.
Lafayette.
No,
Lafayette.
Lafayette.
Lafayette, like I'm laughing.
Yes.
Laughing. Okay.
So you know how to say jambalaya?
Yeah.
If you can say jambalaya, you can say Atchafalaya.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Lafayette is where we're headed.
So here's what, same guy, but it's Lafayette in Louisiana. It's Lafayette in Indiana, and it's Lafayette
in Mississippi.
Not too far from where we are in Mississippi.
All right, thank you,
Holly.
Holly, appreciate it. You're listening to Trivia Friday on American Family Radio. Last time today, we will repeat our questions on this show. Okay, guys?
All right. I still have 3 remaining. The first internet network was launched in what year? We'll make this a multiple choice. 1959, 69, 79, or 89. Second question, in what John Wayne movie was he killed getting stabbed by a lance and then blown up? Come on, John Wayne fans. You know this one. It's a famous movie. And then third question, Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster originated what famous comic book superhero?
Here's what I've got. You have to be a baby boomer or beyond to know this. What TV show opened with a voice saying, "Do not attempt to adjust the picture"? And I'll a further hint, since we're late in the program, it was a scary, very scary show.
It was.
Then, Bible question. Eli had 2 sons. Name them.
All right, my questions remaining are as follows. There is a fruit, this is a commonly known fruit, that can stay fresh for over a year if it's kept cold enough. And it's the only fruit that can survive fresh for a year. So anyway, what fruit am I looking for there to answer that question? And then the second question, I need somebody to try this one. I need you to try it from memory. Don't go to the Bible and look it up, although you can, that's okay after the show, so you can learn the answer if you don't know it. But I want to know from somebody who knows by heart the 12 disciples.
Because you'll send them something.
Yes, name the 12 disciples of Jesus, and we will send you the book, the 100 Bible questions and answers on Bible prophecy and end times, and we'll send you a ball cap.
Wow.
An AFR ball cap as well. So you got,
if they can do it without looking it up.
Without looking it up, yeah. And it would be, and you'll be one of our top learners.
Mm-hmm. Your picture will go in the case with our trophies.
That's what I'm talking about.
You'll be able to wear a sash when you graduate. You come across the stage, that sash will be for what you did today.
Right, and we'll throw in a bag of marbles. Too, if you can answer it. I got a bag of marbles. You're coming your way. All right.
Where are we going to get a bag of marbles?
I wouldn't overpromise and underdeliver.
Well, I can go into one of my grandkids.
Take their marbles?
Well, yeah, but they will never know it. They'll be at school.
I got some relatives that have lost their marbles. You can find those.
Oh, that was a good one, JJ. That was good right there. All right, what are we doing here?
All right, we're going to Tennessee is what we're doing.
Relatives that lost their marbles.
And Alicia.
I think we all do.
Everybody's got a crazy one?
Yes, I just don't want them saying that and then looking right at me.
Right.
Yeah, we've got a relative who's lost his marbles. How you doing, Papa? Alicia, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Hello. How are you? How are y'all?
Hey, Alicia, where are you calling from?
Well, I live in Bradford. Right now, I'm on my way back from work, so I'm in Jackson right now.
Alicia, any of your relatives cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs? You don't have to name names.
Yeah.
Huh?
Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah, don't name names. Don't name names. So you live in Jackson. You work in Jackson, Tennessee, is what you're saying.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Wonderful.
Great area.
Yes,
Jackson,
absolutely.
Milam.
It took me 94 tries to get into you today.
Oh, wow.
That's
94.
tenacity.
So don't blow it, okay?
94.
Don't blow it. All right. So go ahead. Do you want to ask, answer, or both? Alicia, right?
Alicia.
I'll do both. But I'm sad because somebody got my Marion question. I love John Wayne's my favorite actor. He has been ever since I've been a kid, but I can answer the other John Wayne question.
All right, here it is. Let me repeat it.
I got it.
Yeah.
Let me repeat it, Alicia. In what John Wayne movie was he killed getting stabbed by a lance and then blown up?
I didn't like the ones that got killed in. I think he only got killed in 2. Is it the Cowboys?
No.
Give her another chance this late in the show.
Yeah, we can give you another.
I think he got killed in 2, but I don't remember the other name of it. I think he was older in that other one, but I don't remember the name of it. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's all right. You're still a good
try.
person.
Yeah. So Alicia, you're a big John Wayne fan. How old are you?
I'm 47.
Okay, but I mean, did your parents get you watching John Wayne movies, or how'd that happen?
I don't know. I just always liked cowboy movies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
good.
I don't blame you.
That genre. Okay.
Yeah, I do too. I love John Wayne movies.
Anyway, well, good guess.
What's your question for us, Alicia?
Well, actually, all I was going to do is ask if y'all would pray for me and my family. We've lost 2 sons in the last 10 years, so it's been hard. So I was just going to ask if y'all would pray for us.
Alicia, we're going to stop and pray for you right now. Lord, this is heartbreaking to hear about the loss of these 2 sons. You know how to comfort a person more and better than any human. Your Holy Spirit is even called the comforter. Will you comfort Alicia and her husband and their family and their extended family? Please continue to give them grace as they just try to put one foot in front of the other. Lord, just strengthen them, give them help and hope. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
And we ask our listeners to pray for you as well.
Alicia, if you will send us your email, if you will email us, we would like to send you one of JJ's Bible studies really on grief, because JJ lost a son himself in a tragic accident. How long ago was that now, JJ?
It was 2009, and we wrote the book, Losing Cooper, Finding Hope to Grieve Well, and we'll certainly send that to you.
It was in an accident at your home?
On our farm. It was an accident, and that's right. So we know a little bit about grief. We know a lot of people have suffered, and we...
How old was Cooper at the time?
5 years old.
5 years old.
Yeah, and I don't know exactly how you feel, but I know losing 2 sons, that just has to just be so heart-wrenching.
Would you, if you don't mind, email us comments at afr.net and just tell us where to mail it, and we'll get that in the mail to you, okay?
Thank you. I love y'all's show.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Alicia.
Thank you, Alicia.
Pray for Alicia. Bless her heart and her family there. We ask people to pray for them. But the email is, if Alicia is, again, comments at afr.net. Just say, I'm Alicia from Tennessee. Give us your address, and JJ will send you a
and
copy.
then mention the circumstances here.
That's right.
That it was Trivia Friday, and we told you we would send you a book. So because we have folks here who go through our emails and then forward them to the right people.
That's right.
So you do have to have a little explanation there, Alicia, as to what it is, so they'll know the right person to send it to.
All right, we got about 6 minutes left, so we're getting down to the wire here on Trivia Friday for this Friday the 13th.
Ooh,
and
day before Valentine's Day.
Yeah, oh, that's right.
Yeah, just thought I'd give everyone a friendly
Not
reminder.
that I didn't remember. But I'm just saying to all these other people out there who need reminding. That's a good one, Jay. All right, who's up next?
All right, we're going to go back to Texas, and Jenny is on the line. Jenny, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Thank you, Don.
Hey,
I like your perky voice,
Hey, man.
Jenny.
Where do you live in Texas?
Well, I'm in Montgomery, Texas, about 60 miles northwest of Houston.
Okay. All right. Well, Jenny, do you want to ask, answer, or do
Wait,
both?
hold on.
Oh, okay.
Toward College Station? Northwest.
Yeah, we're about an hour east of College Station. Mm-hmm.
East. So you're northwest of Houston, but east of College Station.
That's a country song.
Okay. Well, anyway, so ask, answer, or both. Which one?
Both.
Okay. Which one you want to answer?
We're going to go for the big enchilada here.
All right.
Here we go.
Here we go. The 12
Said
disciples
Texas
of Jesus.
Girl.
That's right.
All
Hear
right,
what she did?
All right,
Big
who are
enchilada.
we talking to? Because I don't have it on my screen anymore.
This is Jenny from Texas.
All right, Jenny. This is you'll forever be remembered here on Trivia Friday if you can do what we're asking you to do here, and you're going to try. And we applaud you for trying.
For the book, and the cap, and a bag of marbles.
And a bag of marbles. So Jenny's going to answer from memory the 12 disciples of Jesus. She didn't look it up in the Bible when I asked the question. Okay, go ahead. Go slowly because I got to check them here.
All right. I have to do it the way I remember from my preschool days when we were taught. Is alphabetical order, and you do it 6 and 6.
Okay.
So it's
Andrew, check.
Bartholomew.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Andrew, check. Bartholomew, check. Go. I'm sorry to keep interrupting you. I'm trying to check as we go here. I know that may interfere with your train of thought there, but go ahead. You said Andrew and Bartholomew. What's next?
James.
Which one?
Well, there's 2. James and James the Lesser.
Okay. There's James, son of Alphaeus, and James, son of Zebedee. Okay, keep going.
John.
John, the brother of James.
Judas.
Judas Iscariot. Yes.
Okay, now I'm going to the next 6. Matthew.
Matthew, otherwise known as Levi.
Peter.
Where's Peter on it? Oh, Simon Peter. Yep. Okay, go.
Philip.
Where's Philip? Philip, yes. Go ahead.
Simon the Zealot.
Simon the Zealot. That's right.
Thaddeus.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
And then
the next one, there's no doubt. It's Thomas.
I like the way you did
Thomas,
that. Nicely done,
wow.
Jenny.
I'm going to give you a virtual high five.
That's outstanding.
What a great way to end the show, Jenny. Thank you so much. Stay on the line so we can get your address. You're going to get that nice book, a cap, and a bag of marbles.
All right.
Jenny, that's outstanding. Do you have a question for us?
I do. Since I live in Montgomery, there's quite a bit of history in Texas, but we are known for a very early fact that has to do with Texas history. What is it?
Jenny, we are about 60 seconds away from the show being over.
For us.
Just go ahead and answer it for us.
Montgomery is home of the Texas flag.
Texas flag. Wow.
Sorry, we got
done.
to rush here. Jenny, hold on, and Cindy will get your address, and we'll mail you what we promised, okay?
All right. First internet network was launched in 1969. John Wayne was killed by being stabbed by a lance and blown up in the Alamo. And Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster wrote the first comic book superhero for Superman.
Here's what I've got. What TV show opened with the voice saying, "Do not attempt to adjust the picture"?
Outer Limits.
Outer Limits. Eli had 2 sons. Name them Hophni and Phineas.
Okay.
What fruit can keep fresh for
I'm going to say grapefruit.
What fruit can stay fresh for over a year if it's cold enough? The only fruit that can survive is an apple.
An apple. Wow.
An apple.
That's what'll keep
All
the
right.
doctor away.
Have a great day, everybody.